Hello, Conteseras. I'm Ace, and you are watching a very special episode of Misinformation, the Trivia Pageant Contest. I know you are all used to seeing Primo in this role, but since this is the last round of the preliminaries, I thought I'd take up the mantle for a little bit of an extra change, a little bit of fun. And so by the end of today's episode, only one contestant will walk away crowned as Misinformation of the Week and move forward to the semifinals. But before we begin, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to Contesera Pageantry because we live for this. And now let's meet our contestants for the week. So let's start off with contestant number 1, Miss Philippines USA finalist and Miss Photogenic, Erecca Patena. Hello, Erecca. How are you today?
Hello, Ayce. I'm doing good. I feel great. Thank you for inviting me and having me here.
It is so good to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself because we'd love to get to know you more.
So, I was born and raised in Cebu, Philippines. I moved here in the U.S. just April of last year. So I've been here in the U.S. for just a little over a year.
Okay.
Right before I left the Philippines, I was joining pageants, school pageants, and then I thought I wouldn't be joining again. But here I am joining Misinformation this time. So I'm very excited and happy to be here.
We are so happy to have you, and we're so happy to have you in the US. So we hope you are having a great time in this great country of ours.
I truly am.
So let's meet our contestant number 2, and joining us, the winner of Miss Los Angeles USA, Kaelani Amputch-Curtis. Kaelani, hi, how are you? How are you doing? What's up? What's going on?
Hi, I'm feeling great. It is a very hot day here in Los Angeles. I have my fan, so you might see me use her. But other than that, I have been fantastic. I'm so excited to be joining you guys today.
It's so great to have you, Kaelani. And yes, we are based in LA as well, and so it is warm weather. It is warm weather. So it is so great to have you both here today, and so great to have you as our last semifinal contestants. And I think you both are, our first two beauty, no, is that right? Our first round of both beauty queens. And so you guys have a very kind of intimate relationship with this kind of world. And so having you both is such a blessing, such a fun surprise for us. I'll explain the game to our viewers. And so here's how the game works. We've got 3 exciting rounds. Round 1 is our true or false. There was no stealing during this round. So if you call out your name first, then you're the one to answer that question, but there is no stealing. Round 2, who said it? So which beauty queen said what answer to our favorite portion of, my favorite portion of any beauty pageant is of course the Q&A, so who said it? And of course our final round is Trivia Mix. So this is kind of a little bit of everything, a little taste of this, that, and more. So after all 3 rounds, the contestant with the highest score will earn the crown of Misinformation of the Week and secure a spot in the semifinals. I will tell you, ladies, we have had several rounds of misinformation, and there are some really strong competitors. And so if you're up for that next round, we know it'll be stiff competition. If we end up in a tie, don't worry, we'll go straight into sudden death tiebreaker until we find our winner. All right? So before we start round 1, I have a question for the both of you. All right? And we'll start with Erecca. Why should you be the first Misinformation 2025?
I always tell people this. So before I became a beauty queen, I was first a pageant fan. So I've been watching beauty pageants since I was a kid. So for me to become Misinformation, I stay well informed by watching and supporting beauty queens at the same time. So that's why I think that, and I know that I should be Misinformation.
Great. Kaelani, same question. why should you be the first Miss Information 2025?
I think that the very best pageant queens are ones that started out as pageant fans, and I have been somebody who has been so inspired and has continued to keep up with other pageants. I think steel sharpens steel, and so to know what's going on with other queens, to know the greats that came before me, it's what makes me a good competitor, and it's what will make me a very fantastic Miss Information.
I love that. Steel sharpens steel. That's such a good saying. Ooh, I'm so excited to see you both compete. All right. So let's get started with round one. We call it our true or false. I'll read out 6 statements, so you have 6 opportunities to earn points, right? So once I finish the statement and say go, that's your signal to say your name. If you know the answer, shout your name, and Zoom will pick up the first voice, right? So you'll have 3 seconds to respond. And once again, no stealing in this round. If you miss it, we move right along. Each correct answer earns 1 point with a total of 6 points at stake. Are you ready? So here comes your first statement. So remember, once I say go, you've got to say your name to answer the question, all right? So the statement is, the first runner-up at Miss World 1987 was Miss Iceland. Go.
Erecca.
Erecca, all right.
Let's say it's true.
True, okay. I'm sorry, Erecca, you have been misinformed. Iceland's Anna Margaret Jondistur was the second runner-up, while Venezuela's Albani Lozada was the first runner-up. There we go. Again, I want to emphasize these ladies have 3 seconds to answer the questions, and so there is a timer in the background, all right? So our second statement is, the winner of Best National Costume at Miss Universe 2022 was Victoria Apensenko of Ukraine. True or false? Go!
Kaelani.
I see Kaelani. All right.
True.
True. Oh my gosh. You are well informed, Kaelani. So Ukraine's representative, Victoria Apensenko, won Best in National Costume in 2022. You are true. So that is 1 point for Kaelani. All right, so our third question. The Miss Universe 2008 competition was held in Nha Trang, Vietnam. True or false? Go.
Erecca.
Erecca.
Kaelani.
I'm sorry, but Erecca was first. Okay.
True.
You are well informed. True. Miss Universe 2008 was held at the Crown Convention Center in Nha Trang, Vietnam. So that's 1 point for Erecca. Of course, we're keeping track of Kaelani as well. She's right on your tail at 1 point as well. All right. So our next question is, Miss Universe 2022 was held in New Orleans, Louisiana. True or false? Go.
True. Oh, Erecca.
Kaelani.
I'm sorry, but it's got to be Kaelani because she's the one that said her name. We can't bend the rules, Erecca, but I love the enthusiasm. So Kaelani. All right.
False. It was held in New Orleans with Albany year, I believe, and that was 2024.
I'm sorry, Kaelani, but you have been
I'm
misinformed.
wrong. No.
So Miss Universe 2022 was held in New Orleans, Louisiana. That is true. It was held at New Orleans Memorial Convention Center in New Orleans, Louisiana, USA. So I think you got the place right. They got the place right. But again, it's true. So that was true. It was held in New Orleans, Louisiana. All right. So it's still neck and neck. It's still one-on-one. All right. So our next question. All right. So Miss Venezuela was crowned Miss Universe in 1987. True or false? Go.
Erecca. Let's say false.
You are well informed. That is false. So Venezuela's Inez Maria Calero was the third runner-up, while Chile's Cecilia Boloco was Miss Universe 1987. Our next question. This is our final question for the true or false round. So the winner of Miss Congeniality was Michelle Marquez D of the Philippines. True or false? Go.
Erecca.
Yes, Erecca.
False.
You are well informed, Erecca. So that is false. Spain's Athena Perez won the Miss Congeniality Award, while the Philippines' Michelle Marquez D won Best in National Contest Fan Vote and Spirit of Carnival Award. All right, so we're looking at the points. I'm calculating the totals, and so Erecca, you are in the lead with 3 points. Ron, we've got a ways to go with 1 point. All right. So let's move on to round 2. But before we move on, how are you guys feeling? How's your experience so far? You think you would have doing better? You think you could have been more prepared for this? How are we both doing?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I know that I said it was hot in LA, but the competition here is heating up as well. And I think that in our next 2 rounds, I'm going to give Erecca a little bit more of a fight.
For sure.
Ooh. Lonnie's ready. She's ready. All right, so let's move on to round 2. So round 2 is our Who Said It. So here's how it works. I'll read a famous line from a Beauty Queen's Q&A along with 4 choices. So the choices will be the names of the Beauty Queens. Once I finish the options and say go, that's your moment to call out your name if you know the answer. You've got 3 seconds to respond, so you can get 2 points for each correct answer with a total of 6 points up for grabs, right? So this is your chance to climb a little bit, right? Each question is worth 2 points, but again, you get 6 points here. So get it wrong and your opponent in this round can steal. And I will repeat the names, once again, once we get started. So let's get ready, Conteseras. Let's dive in. So here's your first quote. So this question was about the candidate's take on a relevant hashtag, and the hashtag was #mental-health. All right. So the answer to this question about mental health, or the topic of mental health, was mental health is a quality everyone has. Everyone has to be healthy with themselves. I work in a hospital, so I see many people. I think that in our hearts and in our minds, we can find this beauty of love and justice. So again, the quote is, mental health is a quality everyone has. Everyone has to be healthy with themselves. I work in a hospital, so I see many people. I think that in our hearts and in our minds, we can find this beauty of love and justice. So the 4 contestants we have are A, Sofia Pavan of Italy, B, Nguyen Phuran Khan of Vietnam, C, Valerie Ayce of Colombia, or D, Celeste Cortesi of the Philippines. Go.
Kaelani.
Kaelani, yes. What is your answer?
I think I remember the order. I
Okay.
believe that it was Queen C.
Queen C. So you said Valeria Ayce of Colombia. I'm sorry, Kaelani, you have been misinformed. So it is not C. It's not Valeria Ayce of Colombia. And so, Erecca, you have the chance to steal. Our remaining queens are Sofia Pavan of Italy, Nguyen Phuran Khan of Vietnam, and Celeste Cortesi of the Philippines.
I would say it's B.
B. I'm sorry, Erecca, you have been misinformed. So the correct answer is A, Italy's Sofia Pavan said this quote, and she placed top 8 during the Miss Earth competition in 2018. All right. So our next question is the candidates wrestle asked to pitch their goals. They were asked to pitch their goals should they be crowned the sharks of the Shark Tank of India. All right. So the answer is, imagine that you are a child and you have dreams and your hopes, but as you grow older, your dreams are going further and further away. And so our 4 contestants that answered this question were A, Ake Abrams of Trinidad and Tobago, B, Paula Perez of Spain, C, Kristina Piskova of the Czech Republic, or D. Jessica Gagan of England? Go.
Erecca.
Erecca, yes. Let us know. So again, A, B, C, D. If you need me to read them to you, I will reread them. But if you have the answer in your head, let us know. It's your choice.
D. Miss
D.
England.
So you have been misinformed.
Oh.
So the answer is not Jessica Gagan of England. And so, Kaelani, you have a chance to steal. And so our three remaining answers are A. Ike Abrams of Trinidad and Tobago, B. Paula Perez of Spain, or C. Kristina Pitskova of Czech Republic.
I'm going to go with Queen A from Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm sorry, Kaelani, you have also been misinformed. So our answer was actually C. So Kristina Pitskova of the Czech Republic. So the answer was from Miss World 2023, asked of Czech Republic's Kristina Pitskova, who actually won the title of Miss World in 2024. So that was the winning answer for Miss World. All right. My third question is, so this is the final question. So the question was, what is more important, being liked or being respected, and why? And so the answer was, I feel like it's being respected. We live in a society where we often don't feel respected of who we are, and I feel like when we respect ourselves, you respect others around you. Okay? And so our queens who could potentially said this quote were A. Emilia Dides of Chile, B. Maria Fernanda Beltran of Mexico, C. Chidima Adestina of Nigeria, or D. Elenia Marquez of Venezuela. Go.
Kaelani?
Kaelani, all right. Let us know what your answer is. 3 seconds, but let us know.
I think that was Queen D.
Queen D. So I'm sorry, Kaelani, you have been misinformed. It was not Elenia Marquez of Venezuela. And so our three remaining answers are Emilia Dides of Chile, Maria Fernanda Beltran of Mexico, and Chidima Adestina of Nigeria. So Erecca, you have the chance to steal here.
I would say it's A.
Hey, I'm sorry, Erecca. You have also been misinformed. So the correct answer was C. It was Chidima Adestina of Nigeria. So the answer was from Miss Universe 2024, asked of Nigeria's Chidima Adestina, who actually placed first runner-up. All right. So I don't think anyone wanted any points. Sometimes that happens.
I don't think we did either.
Sometimes that happens. These questions are, well, they're also difficult but fun, pulled from a lot of history. So let's recount the points. So Erecca, you are again in the lead with 3 points, and Kaelani, you are there with 1 point. So you've got a little bit of ways to climb, Kaelani. Okay? All right. And before we head into the final round of misinformation, I'd love to learn more about your kind of causes that you both stand for as beauty queens, okay? So we'll start with Kaelani. So tell us about a cause that's close to your heart and why you're walking the path of a beauty queen with this program at your shoulders.
I have been blessed to do so much work with vulnerable populations here in Los Angeles, primarily families that are unhoused, with a lot of mothers who are coming out of domestic violence situations. It's a cause that's very close to my heart because I have had family members who have been victims of domestic violence, and also family members who have had to figure out how to rebuild their lives after being displaced from their homes. I know it's an issue that affects people throughout the city I was born in here in Los Angeles, but across the United States and the world at large. And the cause that I care deeply about is not just helping those populations where they're at, but providing them with the tools to build the lives that they want to live with dignity. So the charity that I care deeply for, and I'm hoping to benefit through competing today, is called Amplify. It was previously the Social Benefit Navigator through Imagine LA, and it's an incredible tool that anyone throughout the United States can use to figure out what tools are available for them, whether they're displaced, living below the poverty line, or just need a little help getting out of a difficult situation.
Yes, thank you. That's so incredible. Thank you for sharing it with us. Erecca, we'd love to hear your charity, your organization, what you're bringing with your, your pageant journey as well.
So when I started my pageant journey, my advocacy has always been self-care. And as an immigrant myself, like any other immigrants, your first year of moving in any country is always a challenge. And so when I first came here, it has been a challenge for me, mentally more so. Physically, holistically, it was very challenging. And so I thought of, how can I take care of myself and at the same time have other people be able to prioritize themselves? And so I thought that advocacy, self-care being an advocacy, can really help others, not just immigrants, but people in general. And so I've come to think of mindful activities in order to help yourself cope with any difficulties you're encountering. And at the same time, besides self-care, I advocate for education because it's what brought me here in the US. It's my education. So I would love to help, especially the underprivileged children in the Philippines, for them to have good quality education. And even if it's just given supplies, educational supplies, I would think that would really greatly help them and benefit them for their education.
Thank you for sharing. And thank you for sharing these really kind of important building blocks of why we do what we do. And so it's so great to hear you both have such strong advocacies behind you. All right, so let's get back to the fun and games, back to the shenanigans, back to the ridiculousness that is misinformation. All right, so we have reached the final round. Here's where it gets tougher. Multiple choice questions that cover the world of international pageantry, from winners and judges to history, and of course, all of the iconic moments in between. So the rules stay the same. I'll read the question and the choices, then say go, and that's your cue to call out your name. You have 3 seconds to lock in your answer, and a miss gives your opponent the chance to steal. So just like the second round, if you answer the question wrong, your opponent gets to steal as well. Each right answer earns 3 points this time. 3 points. So with a maximum of 9 points total, there are 3 questions standing between you and victory. All right. So let's begin. All right. So let's see who takes the crown tonight. Here's your first question. Who won Miss Photogenic at Miss Earth 2017? Your answers are A. Lee Tai Ha Tu of Vietnam, B. Ermelinda de Matos of Angola, C. Diamond Langi of Tonga, or D. Lada Akimova of Russia? Go.
Erecca.
Erecca, what is your answer?
My answer is B.
B. I'm sorry, Erecca, you have been misinformed. So you chose Ermelinda de Matos of Angola. That is the incorrect answer. And so, Kaelani, you have your chance to steal. I'll read the names once again. So the remaining names are A. Lee Ta Ha Tu of Vietnam, C. Diamond Langi of Tonga, or D. Lady Akimova of Russia.
I'm gonna go with B, our queen from Tonga.
I'm sorry, Kaelani, you have also been misinformed.
Oh,
the correct answer was Lee Thi Ha Tu of Vietnam. So Vietnam's Lee Thi Ha Tu won Miss Photogenic at Miss Earth 2017, held in the Philippines. All right, so our next question. All right, so again, we're saying these questions span the kind of gauntlet of the beauty pageant system. Okay, so our question is, which of the following was the MC at Miss Universe 1993? Was it A. Dick Clark, B. Gloria Diaz, C, Bob Goen, or D, John Travolta? Go.
Kaelani.
Kaelani, yes. So what is your answer for this question?
I'm going to say A, Dick Clark.
Congratulations, Kaelani. You are well informed. Dick was one of the MCs at Miss Universe 1993, along with Cecilia Bolocco and Angela Visser. So yes, Dick Clark. All right, so our points look like Erecca's at 3 points and Kaelani's at 4 points. So with just that one question, Kaelani is 1 point ahead. All right, and this is our final question. So this is kind of the make or break situation. All right. So which of the following contestants did not make the top 10 at Miss Universe 2020 held in Hollywood, Florida? Again, which of the following contestants did not make the top 10 at Miss Universe 2020 held in Hollywood, Florida? Was it A, Estefania Soto of Puerto Rico, B, Rabia Mateo of the Philippines, D, Ivan Cerda of Costa Rica, D, Radim Costalino of India? Go. Okay. Erecca, what is your answer for this question? All right.
I'd say it's D, Miss India.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Erecca. You have been misinformed. So it was not D, Radim Costalino of India. So our 3 remaining options are A, Estefania Soto of Puerto Rico, B, Rabia Mateo of the Philippines, or C, Ivan Cerda of Costa Rica.
I'm going to say Queen A.
I'm sorry, Kaelani. You have also been misinformed. So the correct answer was B.
Oh, B.
Rabia Mateo of the Philippines. So the Philippines representative, Rabia Mateo of the Philippines, did not make the top 10 at Miss Universe 2020. So let's tally up the points. So Erecca, you've earned a total of 3 points. But Kaelani, you've earned a total of 4 points. So our misinformation of the week is Kaelani. Congratulations, Kaelani.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It was very tough. Erecca gave me a run for my money.
It really did. It was that last round. Round. So congratulations, Kaelani. You will be moving on to our next round. And I want to say a quick shout out. So there you have it, Conteseras. Congrats to our newest misinformation of the week. We'll see you again in the semifinals where beauty meets brains. Kaelani, do you want to say anything about this victory?
I definitely am so excited to be moving on to the next round, but also having competed and met Erecca, both of us being pageant queens who started out as fans. I'm excited to represent all of us who feel that way, who have been watching pageants since before we could even walk in heels. And I'm ready to bring some of that heat and make Erecca really proud in the next round.
So Erecca, you do have the chance to come back for our wild card. So stay tuned. It's not too late, but congratulations again, Kaelani. So I want to say again a big thanks to Erecca and Kaelani for being part of the show, and to all our Conteseras tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Again, my name is Ayce. Stay fabulous, stay informed, and we'll catch you next time on Misinformation, the Trivia Pageant Contest. Thank you. Bye.